And now the Jim Bellino interview, which we promoted on YouTube. He was married to Alexis Bellino, right, from the Housewives.
You don't even know who they are, really.
I know a little bit now. I don't know anything about her, but now I know a lot about Jim because he has a home out here, and we've become friendly with him.
Yes.
They were on the show for years, and he has, I thought, really interesting insights into what it was like to be on that show for 4 years, not getting paid, by the way. His wife was. His experiences after, his daughter who is trans and wants to be a boy. He talks a lot about that, and some other interesting stuff. So here, without further ado, is the interview with Jim Bellino. First of all, thanks for having us in your home.
Sure, my pleasure.
Beautiful home.
Thank you.
Gorgeous.
To be honest, didn't really know who you were because I never really watched The Housewives until I met Kelly.
Does anybody really know who they are?
I'm learning about who I am.
Me too, that's for sure.
So just, what seasons were you on?
It's 10 years ago, so I think for 4 years, 10 years ago.
4 seasons.
4 seasons.
I don't remember when people ask me, I don't remember what season.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know you were on 11 to 15.
Okay, yeah, but when somebody asked me, I totally didn't. I told them like you.
Yeah.
Would you say it was a positive experience or a shit show? I mean, how would you describe your time on the show?
I don't think jail would be a positive experience, so no, it was not a positive experience.
Not at all?
No.
If you had a choice, would you not do it?
Absolutely not, no.
Why did you do it?
Reality TV, so you have to think that when we started it was probably 12, 13 years ago, and we didn't know what we didn't know about reality TV at that time.
Yeah.
It was very, very early on at that time. I think we were in like maybe season 5 or 4 or whatever. And so it really was more about like the Kardashians and that's all you really knew, which they control a lot of their own editing, which is very different than, Housewives, because you don't have any say-so in the editing.
Do you think
I'm not supposed to say that, right? But I didn't sign any contract, so I could say whatever I want.
Do you think you got a bad edit?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's funny, I get told that all the time. Like, people are like, you're not at all how you were on TV.
Well,
I think, because I watched, and I thought you looked kind of like a dick, but I know you in real life, and it's nothing like what you are. How I saw you to like how you are in real life. But people say that about me too.
Yeah, you're very different also, so.
But people have that impression from watching the show about you.
That's okay. It's, what I always say when you hear people talk shit about other people is don't go by what you hear about somebody, go by your experience with that person. So for me, it's really just more about your experiences with people.
Yeah.
And so, if Alexis and I were at a dinner for 3 hours and they played a clip because she was talking really loud in a restaurant and I said something about talking loud, that's all they showed about that scene.
Yeah.
Not the romantic night that we had or the connection that we had. It's not accurate. It just, anybody in a 3-hour taping will say something that they'll be able to catch and do what they want with.
Was it a frustrating experience?
Opening the trampoline parks, that would be the one positive thing that came from it. I owned 5 trampoline parks, and we actually filmed the grand opening of one of the trampoline parks. So that was the one good thing that came out of it. But the frustrating thing is that you don't really know how you're being depicted until like the 3rd season, because there's such a delay back then. I don't think there's as much of a delay now, but so you don't really get how it's really going to be until like you're almost done.
Did a lot of people, let me rephrase, what was the level of fame that you enjoyed during your time on the show?
I don't like for anybody to use the word fame when it comes to a reality person, because I don't believe that reality people have a talent. You're famous for being a singer, you're famous for being an actor or actress, and any reality person that uses the term "my fans," frankly, is a joke to me.
Yeah.
Because what do you have fans for? Because you were on TV, so I don't consider it fame. I just consider it exposure, and people recognize you. So you're not famous, you're just recognized.
Did that happen a lot?
Being recognized?
Yeah.
Yeah, it still happens.
It does.
Yes.
It happens to Kelly all the time.
Yeah.
Like, she's way more famous than I am. And I was on TV for 35 years. Being on this show, this reality show.
Well, it's worldwide. I mean, we would be
worldwide,
we would be in Europe and get recognized. It's crazy. So yeah, they hit it hard. I mean, so a lot of people see you.
Do you think your ex-wife got a fair edit?
I do, actually.
Yeah.
I do.
They just made you look bad.
You know, they never really showed a full scene. So I think the husbands don't get a fair shot because they never really show who the true person is in those situations.
And you didn't get paid, right?
No, absolutely not.
You had to sign a contract basically releasing any rights to your image and giving them
No.
free reign to do whatever
No,
they wanted?
absolutely not.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Did you sign a contract at all?
It's so long ago. I
Yeah.
remember really not being on board. I think I might have signed something, but it was pretty limited.
When I was on one season with Kelly, I had to sign a contract, and it was the most one-sided document I'd ever seen. And I went through it and made a bunch of changes, and it took probably 8 drafts before we could agree on something.
Yes, and that was very smart. But so you were on probably 6 or 7 years after I was.
Yeah.
So all you have to do is watch what happened with the husbands over the years, and men got smarter. And so I think they're having, in my opinion, that's why they're having trouble even getting men to want to film, because they just don't get a fair shake.
Yeah. So you really did not enjoy the experience?
No, not at all.
Who did you hate the most that you worked like as the Housewives? Who did you not like them? Like who really gets under your skin?
You know, it's really just more about who's vindictive, who has impure intentions, and who really wants to hurt your life. I mean, you know, I have 3 children, and at the time I had a wife, so I really think that Tamara was very attacking.
I think so too.
Yeah, so which was unfortunate. And
What did you think of Vicky?
Vicky was, you know, very hot and cold. It depended on which way the wind blew, so which side she would take. So.
Do you talk to any of them?
No, absolutely. Just Kelly and you.
Yeah.
But no, I do talk to Gretchen and Slade. We're cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
We want to talk about the lawsuit. I understand there are things that you can't get into.
Correct.
What can you tell me about what happened and why a lawsuit was filed?
What lawsuit?
Can you? What was your? What did you learn from that experience?
You know, you shouldn't talk shit about people, and if you do talk shit about people, be prepared to pay the consequences, because when you get slandered or defamed, there is laws in place to protect us. And so I think people just need to be more aware and careful, and I think that the one good thing that came out of that, if anything, was it makes people more aware of what you say about people. So.
Do you feel like you won?
It never really was about winning or losing for me. It was just really more about protecting my name and my kids not having to read disparaging things about me that were absolutely not true. So it wasn't about winning or losing.
And were you successful in protecting your name?
Ultimately, in the long run, yes. I feel that I've come full circle. My lifestyle doesn't suck. I've been very blessed, but I work very, very hard. But it was a major setback for me in, you know, a lot of negotiations and deals, and so I've had to work very hard to get my reputation where it is today.
Yeah. Tell us about what you're doing now, what kind of businesses you're running now.
I think I just don't stop. I don't know why, but I still own one trampoline park in Westminster, California called Sky Zone. I'm a partner in, let's see, 4 restaurants called Sol Agave. We have one in Palm Springs, we have 2 in Orange County, and then one in, actually 3 restaurants.
Wait, that's Soul? Like S-O-L?
Yeah, so S-O-L.
Oh, I love that.
No, that's just Sol in Newport Beach.
Okay.
Sol Agave, I'm in San Clemente. I'm partner in 3. So San Clemente, Palm Springs, and LA Live.
I saw a really cool video of a car dealership that you are running now.
Yes, you know, I had when I lived in San Juan and I had 3 acres, I had kind of a man cave. And so I've been collecting cars for a long time and created a retail car dealership that doesn't feel like a car dealership. It's just a really large, cool, high-end man cave. It's called the Auto Vault right there. So go to theautovault.com. You'll see our collection. We have private storage, kind of a membership. It's just kind of just like, I wouldn't say a man's club because women are welcome, but it's a car collector's club. And everybody can sit around, and it's a big, beautiful environment, and the ocean view is all of your cars through the glass. So.
How much time do you spend there?
You know, we just opened on September 1st, so it's really just been a lot of work. Like,
where is it exactly?
Right in San Juan Capistrano, right off the 5 freeway and Ortega.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So can
really,
someone just show up off the street and walk around?
No, we're not. It's really more by appointment. We're really more exclusive. We kind of went after just a concept that's more of a exclusive private club that you can join by storing your car or buying a car from us. We deal in a lot of blue chip, high-end cars that we believe are going to be investment grade. Like, for example, we have a 1974 Pantera that's in green, and there was only 6 made in the world.
Wow.
I personally believe that's going to be a $500,000 car. That car's $169,000 right now, but. So I'm really into like the investments of cars because they're, you know, certain cars appreciate based on their limited production.
And do people find you, or are you like searching for car owners who might be candidates for it?
I have an eBay that's called Vintage Roadshow, and we've been on for 21 years with over 22,000 transactions and 5,200 comments at 100% satisfied. So people find us.
Cool.
Yeah.
People want to know about your relationship with Alexis.
Alexis just broke up with her fiance. I broke up with him.
Did you like him?
I did. I think that he was perfect for, if you ever have to have a man in your kids' lives that's not you. You want,
good to them.
Yeah, you want somebody that's not aggressive and not trying to replace the dad. He never did that. He was, you know, good for them. He wasn't there all the time, but I have nothing negative to say about him.
Right.
So that was a positive experience.
And you have family dinners with Alexis every Monday.
Yeah, we do family dinners now on Mondays. So it's again, I think that's really good for the kids to see when the parents are getting along. And I never was one of those guys. Alexis lives a very nice lifestyle. I don't believe when you get divorced that you know, men should be hogs as far as money. So she lives in a very nice house, a very nice living. So there's not a lot of difference.
Is she working?
No, Alexis does not work.
So you pay for her?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. He's a generous man.
Yes.
It's, you know what, my kids need to get through high school. And
so your kids are how old?
my son James is 17.
Well, high school.
Yeah, my son's 17, and then I have twins that are 15 and a half, and my one twin is transgender, so that's been a interesting road.
Yeah.
Do people know about that? I mean, is it?
It's public knowledge.
It is.
Yeah.
You don't have her or him on him, right?
Yeah, him.
What's his name?
So his name was Melania, now he goes by Miles. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he's 15. He's 15.
15 and a half, yes.
That must have been a challenge for you.
You know, at first it was, you know, as conservative as I am, it was very challenging, but you know, you love kicks in and fatherhood kicks in, and
That's so nice.
Yeah, it's very tough.